Kaspa holders, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. Thank you for all your support. Let's take a look at what's happening and what we could be expecting as we are starting off the first week of June. Looking across the board, so far so good. As we are going into the morning, we are still seeing quite a bit of green across the board. Kaspa up 2.7%, which again is always nice to see. The price is at about 8.7 cents right now, also up about 1.6% in Bitcoin comparative. If you're looking at the market cap, $2.3 billion in the 24-hour trading volume at 55 million, which again is low compared to over the last few weeks. We have been seeing Kaspa pretty much sitting at like 90 to 100 million in terms of the trading volume, but that is pretty much standard across the board right now. We're seeing a lot of volume decreasing for a lot of projects right now across the board. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So the dominance is picking up strength, as I've discussed in my earlier updates. It's not showing any signs of slowing down, which of course is not the best thing for altcoins. If you're an altcoin holder, yes, if Bitcoin does start going up and dominance still holds around the 64.5% or shows strength, you're still going to see altcoins reacting in a positive way due to Bitcoin. But in terms of explosive moves, you don't see that unless, of course, dominance starts pulling down. A perfect example of that was just back at the beginning of May, where we saw the dominance going up, down from 65% all the way down to 61.92%. We really know what happened with altcoins then. Altcoins really had a field day, and that's something that we shouldn't really be ignoring. But if you're looking at BTC here, 105,300, did end up closing the first day of June above 105,000, which again is nice to see. Obviously right now we're still sitting above 105,000. My target right now for Bitcoin is at around $106,380, roughly speaking, depending on which chart you're looking at, but give or take around that range. That resistance really needs to break into support. If that's able to do that, I think we are going to be start pushing up to the 109,000 as we've discussed in the past. But let's waste no more time and take a look at what's happening with Kaspa. So Kaspa has maintained its price above that key support line. So far so good, and believe it or not, we actually retested almost 9 cents a few hours back, which again is a nice thing for sure, without a doubt, because just a few days back, we were sitting at 7.9 cents, and we have seen an increase of about 12.4% for Kaspa. Not a small move. Of course, we are starting to, push up to some of the very, very key levels. We've discussed these key levels for quite some time, especially this blue zone here. At that 9.2 cents price point, 9.4 cents price point, and I do believe that if Bitcoin continues this upward trajectory and we don't see a fake out, I am projecting that we do see Kaspa re-entering this blue zone, such an important level to maintain above. And if it's able to do that, I think we could start pushing up to that 10 cents price point quite fast. So so far so good. Like what I'm seeing here, anyone that's going to come out and say Kaspa has gone down, I really hope you guys understand that's just not Kaspa that's down. It's the entire market that did see a shakeout, which is part of the game. But so far so good. Like what I'm seeing here, like the strength that Kaspa is showing, which of course is always nice to see. I'll keep you guys covered. Of course, like I said, the target, the blue zone, 9.4 cents. I am projecting that to be reclaimed quite fast, especially if Bitcoin pushes up to the 106K. I have no doubts that Kaspa re-enters into this zone and starts pushing up to the likes of that psychological price point of 10 cents. But we'll keep you guys covered, of course. Let me know down below what you guys think. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.